The latest Doctor book that I've read in the Mr. Men series is Dr. 11. Now, I have to say, out of all of the Doctors from 9 onwards, 11 is my least favourite. So I wasn't desperate to read this one, but, I was kind of curious to see which creatures they'd involve and what the story would be. And for the most part, there are some pretty good things about it, but I do have one question. Why didn't River just ask what it is? Now, I will explain what I mean by that, but it seems like a massive plot hole. Now, if she'd asked what it is, the mystery would have been resolved very quickly. But basically, in this book, 11 has revealed that he has lost something. He is missing something. And he can't go back in time to find it because he doesn't know when in time he lost it. So he and River go out of the TARDIS and start looking for it, which suggests to me that they lost it in the time zone that they are currently in, unless they went back in time, I guess. Although the odds of it still being there are not that great. There are a lot of loopholes that they kind of got around by just not mentioning these things. But as the Doctor and River go and look for this item, they encounter all different kinds of creatures, and that I actually really liked. They encounter, this is a small spoiler if you don't want to know, but they encounter the Weeping Angels, which look amazing. I'm not the biggest Weeping Angel fan, by which I mean getting a little bit nervous because people will hate me for this. I mean, I think they're overhyped, but that's just me. But the animation, the illustration of the Weeping Angels in this book, absolutely beautiful. Really loved it. There's also the Zygon, I believe, and a couple of others, which I will leave you to discover for yourself when you read the book, which I suggest you do if you're a Doctor Who fan. And I found that aspect of them meeting all different kinds of creatures as they recount the steps they'd previously taken to be a lot of fun, and I thought it worked really well. Then the Doctor finds the object, of course, and it's the end of the book. And I'm not going to say what it is. I won't spoil it just in case you do want to read it. It's a bit of fun. There's that element of, ooh, what's the Doctor missing? What could he have possibly left behind? But mostly I was just annoyed with the fact that River just didn't ask for what it was. If River had said, oh, what is it that you have lost? And the Doctor told her, they would have potentially found it much quicker because River might have been able to remember when she last saw it. She would have been able to use her eyes to help him look for it. Otherwise, she's just basically pointless being on this journey because she can't help him look for something if she doesn't know what it is. So they didn't really bother trying to get around that. They could have even had River asking, what is it? And the Doctor being like, something very important. Well, what is it? Something that I couldn't live without. The Doctor being facetious and giving really stupid answers. That would have worked. I feel like it would have been quite in character with the Doctor. I know I'm overthinking it. I understand that. As with the previous two, with Dr. 9th and Dr. 10th, the reading age is a bit questionable because it's not really Mr. Men reading age because it's a bit more complicated than the average Mr. Man vocabulary. But again, it's not meant to be a gripping, thrilling read for an older viewer, so it's just really a bit of fun. If you're a Doctor Who fan and you grew up with the Mr. Men books, this is just a nice way to tie the two together, and I did enjoy it. I do like seeing the Mr. Men illustrations in the style of embodying Doctor Who characters. The illustration for River I love. The hair they got spot on. I think she looks absolutely fantastic. And also her dialogue. She says sweetie a lot. I feel like they've really got the tone of her voice spot on. The design for Dr. 11th, I think looks pretty good. He looks alright. I kind of prefer the design of Dr. 10th, though I still don't know why they made him a triangle. Although I do like the fact they gave Dr. 10th his Converse. 11 looked kind of cute. The bow tie was obviously necessary. The hair I think looks pretty good. Looking forward to reading Dr. 12th, which I have read it years ago when it first came out, but I don't remember anything about it. So I'm looking forward to reading it with fresh eyes. But if you're interested in Dr. 11th, give it a go. I expect it's one that you will enjoy.